here, and then we will be like going for 15 minutes maximum, a question answer. And if there is any leftover questions, we'll see how we can handle it, because many people would like to leave for a lot. That is the reason we just say, let's start this way. And then as we move, we will adjust the things with the timing and all other things. Okay. Uh, what we want to do, basically, let me just remove it, and just 1 minute. Okay. Uh, okay. Right. This session, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain you what is the preaching style of Lord Mahavir. What did he know so unique about Lord Mahavir Swami? The way you see it over here, it is Mahavir Swami was a great reformist. If you really look at, if you know the history, how did Jainism and Buddhism at that time just came. Jain principles are eternal. We are not talking here the principle. It is the achar or the conduct. That's where people have a lot more problems. The Hindu tradition, as time passed, things got kind of in a degrading situation. Significant Murti puja, idol worship, significant Vyakti, individual lo puja, and one community, Brahman community, is like a superior, and those kind of the things that introduced in the Hinduism lately, at that time I'm talking, okay, both Lord Mahavira and Lord Buddha opposed it. And this is how the current practice of Jainism, I'm not talking about the principles point of view. Current practice of Jainism, which is 2,500 years ago, Mahavir came and he preached. And these are the salient features of the preaching of Lord Mahavir. Okay. Both Buddhism and Jainism is the renunciates religion. It is not like Hinduism that it can have the Brahmin community at that time, okay, was kind of a superior things, and everybody really follows them, and that is how they think they will get the liberation. So what Mahavira's, no, I'm going to limit to my discussion on Mahavira only at this time. Okay, you are God. Recognize yourself. Develop the inner divine qualities and become God. Everything is in your hand. You don't need anybody in between, anybody in the middle. You are God. Recognize yourself, develop the inner divine qualities, and become God. In reality, what Jainism believes, you are already there. You haven't recognized yourself. Okay, you are God. Even today, if you think you are a God, in a true sense, I'm talking, okay, that you are God. That is it. But we don't have a faith in ourselves. These are my qualities, and here is the things I got to live my life. So if any soul puts the effort in the right direction, then that soul becomes God. Atma becomes Paramatma. All right. Now, it is easy to say, but when you practice religion, you realize every moment, everything, we are not thinking, I am a pure soul. I am thinking with many, many things which is not uh, the religion point of view, that it is proper, and that's what the Mahavir is a preaching. Preaching is you are God, recognize yourself, develop your inner divine qualities, and any soul puts the right direction, effort in the right direction, then that becomes a God. Okay. Let me see the next two slides. His idea was novel, his attitude was progressive, and we will see a lot of things about his attitude, how progressive that things. If you think of 2,500 years ago, what kind of the community and society existed it. One of the most important thing is women had no right at that time. If you anything you know about Mahavir's life, then you know it that when Chandan Bala was sold on a street, you can imagine what kind of the society existed at that time. Okay. Uh, Look at it, all the uh, history from story point of view. Okay, so women cannot do anything. Means there is no rituals, nothing. They have to be no born as a man to progress spiritual further. These are the kind of the Brahmin communities accepted it that way. In that environment, what Bhagwan Mahavir did when he established the fourfold order, he gave Gautam Swami a Diksha, he gave Chandan Bala a Diksha. That was the only religion at that time that take no initiatives and no give that Diksha and give a equal status. So you can imagine to initiate a woman in the Sangh, in the Jain society, that was one of the bold and a step Mahavira took. And that was the, his progressive nature. He never tried to coerce others to follow Jain doctrine and principles. That is another important aspect. No, he never coerced. Actually, if you read the scripture, then they'll tell you, okay, look, unless and until somebody comes and asks you, okay, don't try to impose on them. Don't try to create a situation that like somebody is imposing on them. So that is the other things. You stay quiet, keep quiet, but somebody comes and asks you, you explain them properly. Okay. And this is the another one, labor course others to follow Jain doctrine and Jain principles. He never used forced fears, greed, threats. You can imagine you are not practicing religion because of the fear or because of the greed. No, the fear of hell or the greed of heaven, okay, force and threats. Nothing is allowed in Jainism. You practice religion because it is right things to do. That is very simple reason. Not because I'm going to attain heaven, or I will not suffer in hell. If you are practicing the religion because of fear or greeds or threats or anything, then it is not a religion. That's very clear. Bhagwan Mahavir's a statement anywhere. Even somebody comes like Indra, Lord Indra comes to him on the day of Diksha and saying that you are going to go through significant amount of parisha and upsarga. You are going to face a lot of troubles on your way. And can I stay with you? And you can do your sadhana and I will protect you. Mahavir Swami simply replied, no, I have to do it by myself. No one has attained liberation with the help of others. Okay? Or no one gets the liberation with fear. Okay? So this is the kind of the preaching styles if you really look into it.
Pravin uncle.
Yeah.
Are you sharing any presentation?
Huh?
Atyare tame presentation. Are you sharing any presentation right now?
Yeah.
I think the slides are not up. We cannot see your share.
Oh, you cannot?
No.
Oh my God. So 1 minute, what is happening? Just 1 minute, okay?
Yeah.
Let me see it. So otherwise, 1 minute, okay? Show the transfer taskbar. Now, can you see it now? Huh?
No, uncle, not yet. Tamaru share nothing.
Then I have to go back to my old method, okay? 1 minute. Let me do it, okay? So,
yeah. I can see you. I can see you.
Go ahead. Okay, now?
No, we can see your video, but we cannot see your share. Your PowerPoint share.
Yeah, you cannot see the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Okay, just 1 minute. Then anybody has...
So on top of your screen, you have to just go through the share.
Okay, just a minute. Insert 1 minute, okay? Sorry about this. Okay, transactions. I have to do the sharing, right? I did that one. I thought I did. Audio, video, share. 1 minute. Yeah, I'm redoing it again. Share the content. Okay.
Button from left, you can share.
Okay. Now you got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about this one. Now.
We see your browser.
Yeah, just 1 second, okay? Okay, 1 minute is... do they need me to? They are also saying second time join the meeting. But do I need to do it?
No. You can close this browser and just open your PowerPoint from the bottom. That 501.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. Where is the PowerPoint at the bottom? Okay. Now what?
That's it.
It is there now.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this way? 1 minute. Can you see it?
હા અંકલ દેખાય છે. Yes.
It is better than before.
We can see it. Yes, uncle.
Okay, or I can make it little bigger. See if I can do it, swap it. Now, does it work better?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's full screen. That's good.
That's perfect. Sorry about this one. Okay. You all right? Now let me just go through the chart, and we will send you next week the copy of this chart. Okay. Once we receive all the emails, then we will send you the PDF file or PDF or PowerPoint file, so we can use it whichever way you want to. Okay. So this is the I already went through the chart, that this is the chart. You are Ishwar, recognize yourself, develop inner qualities, and become God. And any soul puts effort in the right direction, then that soul can become God. Atma becomes Paramatma. We already discussed that. Okay, let's get going. 1 minute. Okay, we already discussed this one. His ideas were novel. His attitude was progressive, no, never coerce anybody, and he never used force, fears, greed, and that one. We got the next one. This is the preach, another one. The whole Jainism summary of the practice. This is the 4 sentence is the great one. Eliminate anger by forgiveness, pride by humility, deceit by straightforwardness, and greed by contentment. If you wanted to summarize the basic fundamentals of Jainism, it is only one thing. How can I reduce my kashaya, my vices, anger, greed, deceit, lust, all the vices? Anything what you do, if your vices reduces, then that's a Jain religion activities you are doing. You don't have to really go outside the house even. If you can eliminate anger, pride, deceit, and greed, once you eliminate, you are going to attain the Kevalgna. This is it. What we are made up of, the human mind is made up of Mithyatva. Mithyatva is a very important word. There is no corresponding equivalent word exists. So I'm going to talk about it few chart later. Okay, what is Mithyatva? But Mithyatva is nothing but you do not have a proper knowledge and you are filled with vices. This is the basic nature of a human being at this time. And once you understand that, and once you eliminate that, you are in that path towards the you are on the path, proper path, that you are progressing spiritually. All right. Next one. This is the another one scriptures. Bhopahud. External renunciation is meaningless if the soul remains fettered by internal shackles, means kashaya or vices. If we have in our soul all the time kashaya, then even if you renounce everything, then still you're not going to progress spiritually. This is the one of the Bhopal is one of the scripture and saying that whatever you do, make sure there is you are internally cleaning yourself, and the cleaning is all vices. This is it in Jainism. Cleaning or anything is we use the word kashai or vices. Whatever you want to see, it covers everything in that sense. So this is the Bhopal external renunciation. We got to analyze ourselves. Okay, am I doing just external renunciation? And this is what I consider in religion. I'm doing it even like upvas, fasting, okay, or some big tapasya. As long as you are just doing it externally, and the food attachment to the food is not being reduced at all. When you are going to eat, you are going to eat same thing what you were doing before. Then this remains totally meaningless. All right. So this is first of all, we got to put significant emphasis on understanding what are we going to accomplish it, and if we accomplish it, these things, then fine, you are progressing. But if you are not accomplishing reducing the kashai or vices, then the Bhopal scripture clearly says it's totally meaningless. Now, Haribhadra Suri is one of the great acharyas in the 7th, 8th century time period. He has given this sentence. These are all different fundamental concepts of Jainism. Different authors as bringing out different avenue. In a sense, that way you know and you can understand properly. I do not favor Mahavir, nor am I prejudiced against Kapil. He's another Hindu sage. Okay, I would accept anyone's statement provided I find it true on the scale of logic. Do I think it is not my guru said, that's why it is right? Can I decide myself if this is the right things or not? Okay, and if I do agree the logic, then it doesn't matter whether it was written in Jain Agam or it was written in Gita or any other one, any other place, because truth has no boundaries. Truth has no boundaries. You cannot confine the truth into a small, narrow area. Okay, so that's why even Haribhadra Suri clearly said it. I do not favor Mahavira because he is a Mahavira. Okay? Nor I am prejudiced against any other sages. I would accept anyone's statement provided I find it true on the scale of logic. Okay, this is another important, puts all responsibilities on our shoulder. We cannot just say this is what my guru said. In the beginning, you may do that way. Okay, you follow or practice law, you follow guru, you learn this one. But then you have to come to the point that now you can make your own decision. It's like anybody, any high school, college kids getting graduated, going to work. Now there is no teacher there. There is no going to give you guide. That is the time when really progress occurs. Okay, because you are making the decisions, even though it may be wrong. then you suffer the consequences. But it is you, there is nobody else. And that is why Jainism is that kind of the religion, okay, complete responsibility of your welfare depends only upon you and nobody else. All right. And now, Acharya Mahaprajnaji, most of you might know this the sect, the Jain Therapanthi sect. He has beautifully written. Advocates of Jain religion often suffers from dogmatism. They may agree that what they have known is not a absolute truth, because no, we all believe in Anekantvad and truth has many sided. So up to this point is fine, but they insist others believe is absolutely wrong. That is the totally wrong concept. And that's what Mahaprajnaji indicating it. The point is, you are making it half statement saying that Anekantvad is the only thing proper. And you can say, well, others who believe it absolutely wrong. So you can see all are the different statements from great acharyas. They say that one. When you believe we know is not a absolute truth, so does all others. Okay? But we can say, no, you are always wrong. You are always, no, these things. That is also, we haven't understood the religion properly. Next. Okay. Now here is the, let me just show you that there is a book, Harmony of All Religions, by Maharshi Sansevi Maharaj. No, the book is on page number 100. It is already on Jain e-library book. Okay. Jain e-library, this book is already there. And you can read, and this gives you a little bit overview of different religions. But is the summary of Bhagwan Mahavir's preaching. He said, whatever I say, you must taste this with your own reasoning and verify it through your own experience. So that is the Mahavir Swami is like telling his followers, do not accept what I say blindly by faith alone until it passes the litmus test of intellection. Otherwise, it will never be yours. If you accept what I teach on the basis of the sacred text or from my convincing reasoning, or even because of my radiant personality, but not by tasting with your own reasoning, then in the end, this will create only darkness, only ignorance in you and not the light. So very clearly indicated. So many places in Jainism they define. You got to be convinced yourself. Okay. And unless and until you do that one, you have that that kind of the courage. Okay, yes, now I'm mature. I know what needs to be done, and doesn't matter whether everybody else is against you. As long as you are agreeing, then and then you will be able to progress it. Otherwise, you will never able to progress it. So this is the kind of a teaching. This is the kind of the personality Lord Mahavira, and this just you follow your own conscious and practice it. And you decide what is right and wrong and continue to progress that spiritually. Just if by following somebody without your understanding, you are not going to go progress. That is very clear. That's the things they are saying. Now, here are the 4-5 quotations I'm bringing out. You know, each quotation brings different aspects, slightly different, which way it goes. But if you really remember this one, all these quotations and sentences, then you have actually understood properly, if you ever know, that how to practice the religion and taking my own responsibility on my hand. Okay. First, I'm going to just do it in Hindi. आत्मा ही अहिंसा है और आत्मा ही हिंसा है, यह सिद्धांत का निश्चय है. And then they said it, जो अप्रमत्त है वह अहिंसक है और जो प्रमत्त है वह हिंसक है. Very, very clearly indicating. As per the scriptures, the self is both violent and non-violent. He who is very aware about his thoughts and action is a non-violent, and he who is careless is the violent. Now, it's there is so many things is been said in these 3 lines. He who is very aware about his thoughts and action is non-violent. The reason he said, if a person is fully aware about his thought, all right, a person cannot do wrong things. If you are fully aware about your thoughts and the bad things first arises in your mind, then it comes in action. Anytime when you do bad things or wrong things or anything that what you do, first it comes in your mind and then it comes in action. So, Atma hi ahimsa hai or Atma hi hinsa hai. What does it mean? It means it is up to us, it is up to we. If I want to become ahimsak, I can. Or if I want to become hinsak, nobody can stop me. All right. This is the principle, very, very principle. It is all in your hand. Okay. And aprabatta, this is another important word. Aprabatta means you are fully aware every moment. Keval Gnanini, what Keval Gnan definition is, if you really see it, Keval Gnani person is amani dasha, means there is no mind. Amani means only awareness exists. If there is no, because mind always exists either in the past or in future. But if you are in the present moment, if you are fully aware about the present moment, there is no mind. By definition, I'm just saying it. The definition, there is no mind. Mind is there because either we are thinking past or we are thinking in future. All right. So whether we call it Mani Dasha, without mind, that doesn't mean he doesn't know he's a crazy guy. No, it is not like that. Okay, he's a fully awareness with the totally fully awareness. That state is called apramatta. And so if you are fully aware about yourself, then you cannot do anything wrong. And totally aware about every moment. And when you are aware about yourself totally, then what scripture is indicating, Bhagavati Aradhana, that okay, you are ahimsak. You don't have to really say. It happens. You don't have to say. What it means is that in scripture, oh, you should not kill here, you should not do here. Okay, and there is a big list of coming up. Okay, this is a Bay Indriya. No, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents is everything. Mahavir Swami has given me one thing, saying that if you are pramatta, then you are hinsak. If you are apramatta, you are ahimsa. Then you can derive whichever way you want to do it, and you cannot go wrong. So that's the most important quotations from Bhagavati Aradhana. Next one. जिस समय जीव जैसा भाव करता है उसी समय वैसे ही शुभ और अशुभ कर्मों का बंध करता है. Whenever a soul reflects on a pious or non-pious thoughts, at that time, at the very moment, it gets bounded by corresponding good or evil karma. This is another message, very good message, that it is not what we are doing are going to create karma, but what we are doing it whenever a soul reflects on pious or non-pious thoughts, it's a reflection only. Then you already acquired the karma. Whether you complete the work or you don't complete the work, in the religion world, it doesn't matter. In the Jain religion world, it doesn't matter. I thought of somebody's bad things to do, even though I was not able to do anything. But since I had a thought, I already acquired that karma, as if I have done it. This is one of the most important Jain principles. Okay, it is not what we are doing, because most of the time our language is always, well, I'm going to acquire bad karma because of that. No, you're not going to acquire bad karma because of that. You are going to acquire bad karma moment you thought about bad things doing. Moment you thought about it, then it's already done. Now, whether you do it or you don't do it, whether the action will be completed or not, it doesn't matter in the world of spirituality. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful in your mind. Not a single thought should come of hurting anybody, okay, or hurt anything to do bad. Then you are okay. It is extremely, extremely difficult to practice. It is extremely difficult to practice. Okay, but that's how the religion is. Religion is never said it is simple. It is simple, but the reason is all our past sanskar are such that we are being like programmed this way. And to overcome that one, we have to have a really desire. All right. And we have to be very, very careful that we never think of any bad things. That is the second quotation on the scripture wise. The third is, Jineshwar Dev ने कहा है